Parshas B'Shalach, the final chapter in the freedom of Bnei Yisrael. They get out of Mitzrayim. They're, in their minds, they're free, never to see the Mitzrayim again. And then this horrific moment where they turn around and there they are again. You know, you finally think you've gotten away from them, and there they are, right behind them, chasing them, running after them. And there's always this nagging question, you know, why? And we love to ask why. Why did Rabbi Weiss do it like that? All right? Why did he do it like that? Let them think that they're free, right? And all of a sudden, you know, have to experience this again. What does it teach us? What was the purpose of it? And how do we comprehend, you know, this major shift? I mean, imagine the emotional, you know, shift that they had from celebration, from freedom, from visions of a future, to all of a sudden, here we are right back again. What part was missing? What more did they have to learn that they hadn't yet experienced? So, you know, the Chazal tell us that when the Jews came to the Yam Suf, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to save them, so there was a great tumult in the heavenly court. Some malachim came and they said, "Rabbi Shalom, what are you doing? Why are you saving them over the Mitzrayim? We don't see a distinction between these two people," right? And you know what comes out from that is that, you know, in Mitzrayim, we know that the Rabbi Shalom took them out. He had made a covenant with Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Right? It was a chesed, but ultimately they still needed to have that moment of growth to be able to become the nation that will be able to accept the Torah. Really, the mission wasn't complete yet. Whatever they had to learn in Mitzrayim, that experience hadn't come to fruition. It wasn't complete. There were still pieces missing in their spiritual development that wasn't there yet. And the experience at the Yam Suf, where they had to literally take that leap of faith, and it was their action. They did something. Till now, the Rabbi was doing for them. He was doing the makas. He was doing. Now it was they needed to take that action on their own, which demonstrated to themselves and proclaimed to the world, we believe in the Rabbi Shalom. We are believers, and that leap of faith did it for them. And there's a pasuk in the parsha, I think, that brings that out to a certain extent, that it says, "U'bnei Yisrael holchu b'yabosha b'soich hayam." Right? So, literally, it means that, you know, when the Yam Suf split, so there was yabosha, there was dry land, even though it was b'soich hayam, in the middle of the water. But there's also a concept of conceptually, b'yabosha b'soich hayam, that a Jew who is a believer, ma'aminim, b'nei ma'aminim, are able, in the moment where they are b'toich hayam, the yam represents, you know, being lost, being confused, not being able to get yourself together, you know, the tumult of the yam, but yet that inner peace, that serenity that comes from believing in the Rabbeinu Shalom can create a yabasha, can create like an oasis, a yabasha, even when you're b'toich hayam.